So when I told a friend of mine that I was doing the list of the gayest 16-bit games, he told me that I had to include Weaponlord. And honestly, it was kind of a tough sell. I looked at this game and I saw this art style that was sort of that post-Cable and Spawn kind of Todd McFarlane style men that I don't find in any way erotic, and I actually think was developed in some ways to de-emphasize the just sexuality of the male characters. But in his defense, and the defense of the idea in general, there are big burly bear men. It's kind of a side-scrolling action game by Namco, but it was American developed. And yeah, there's actually a rock-style character. It's a weapon-based side-scrolling fighting game, like one-on-one Street Fighter style. And it was one of the first actually to have weapons, so it's kind of unique for that. And you might say that Soul Blade and Soul Edge and Soul Calibur were developed from this, although that was by a Japanese team and not by this American team. As you can see, there's a couple of really hot characters. This guy, Bane, for instance, even if it does have that weirdly kind of veiny, overly bulgy 12-pack kind of fake musculature that was getting really hot in the comics at the time, you can sort of be attracted to that, I guess. Not personally, but I'm sure there are those out there that will. But Weaponlord isn't a great game. It was a violent game, but it wasn't an incredible game. I can't say I really gave it much of a shot at the time. I rented it a couple of times and said, yeah, this game's not for me. I'd rather be playing Eternal Champions, which I must admit to actually liking a lot, or Street Fighter. But what is notable is this commercial.
What good is hand-to-hand combat without arms?
Mocking the Mortal Kombat games, saying these ones are much more extreme.
Combat with a cutting edge.
And the 2-minute extended cut of this commercial has so many muscle shots and that kind of California style look to it. You know, that music videos, mid-90s, weird colors, polarized filters, that it went from being a kind of gay game to being, oh my god, this game is incredibly gay. And it's mostly due to the gayness of whoever shot this commercial, because look at this stuff. Unfortunately, you also have to listen to the really bad metal music and watch the video game shots, but I tell you what, I'll do you a favor. I'm not going to show you this whole thing. I'm just going to cut together the best parts and make it a whole lot gayer. Now, I will note, I didn't make up some of these shots. There's this one coming up. I just love this running. Yeah, let's look at that again. He included a close-up of the big guy's crotch for no apparent reason. I kind of like it, though.